Hello and welcome back. I'm Joan. This is Captain of Industry. Today we have a lot planned. Our ship got some armor upgrades. It's a little bigger now. It has some weapons and it has a lot of stuff, well, piled up that we need to unload somewhere. So that has to happen. Plus, red construction parts are needed, which means we will need some steel. Great. We're also getting a little low on population and train research is up, which means larger vehicles just got done, so our mining becomes more efficient. Plus, food. Yeah, always a problem. Is this exciting or what? We got newer vehicles. It's tier 2, it's not tier 3. How many do we need? I will start iron production. So I think what I'm gonna do is keep the same ratios that we had before and just let them do their thing. Unity is actually up because our people are getting all the things that they want. I don't know why they... Oh, hold on. Hold on, horsey. You can only produce potato... Oh. I didn't know this. It's only doing potato. It's only... Per store, you can only do one thing at a time. I had no idea. I literally had absolutely no idea. You know what that is telling me? That this thing just has to move over here, and this thing also has to move over here. Once we have those built, yeah, we're going to spend a little bit of Unity on that because that's the only way to make this work. Waste collection, and then we can get rid of these two because the stores have no reason to be not next to each other because that's just silly. Let's get this done really fast because I was wondering how we still had so many veggies sitting around and not getting any benefits from the things that we were producing. Turns out it is because we're not using the thing that we wanted to produce. So put another food market right next to here. You will have not potatoes, but vegetables. Great, and you saw that there was a recipe for bread already sitting there. Yes, that will happen in the very near future. Get you connected to this, get you unconnected from that. And then we should have at least one more thing coming in here, and hopefully that will already help our food production, because right now we're just apparently not providing all the things that we have available, but that is fine. Vehicle-wise, what do you need? Ooh, vehicle parts too. I don't know why I thought I could just click this button and stuff will just magically appear, because that's not how this game works. This game has a very natural progression, so that is fine. This one just requires normal ones. We do need a new iron mine, I think, and I will show you why. Let's just produce these guys and we'll see what happens. Cool. Let's start making things. We have the only... Sorry. Back up, buddy. If I look at my red construction parts, construction tier 3, I suppose, and all the things are currently going down because a lot of things were moving around. Your food is still not in the right direction. You should fix that first before you do anything else. Got it. Let's do this setup again. I kind of like what this is doing already, so we may as well honor this and just do it again. Something is in the way. Yes, I see that. How about here? Nope, something is in the way, especially those two trees right there. But otherwise, this would fit really, really well. Can we convince our tree cutters to just make a tiny bit more room, like right up here? Doesn't have to be a lot, English, but it has to happen. And currently, do you actually have other trees that you're working on? Yes, you're honestly already down here. That's excellent. I like that that is happening. Should you do half of this at least? I'm not sure. I don't know that I just want half of this. I don't think I need all those storages that I have down there, and this one should be fine, but then it's not. Why are you fighting me so much? I want all of this, but to get all of this, you actually have to copy all of the things that you don't care about too, which is a little sad and unfortunate, but that is, I guess, fine. The excavator. The tree harvester is already there, picking down the wrong tree. We'll all notice that is the wrong tree, buddy. But that's okay, because I think you have multiple units next to you that are supposed to help you transport something. I like how all the little ants, trucks, just driving around doing their thing. This is exciting, but it is what it is. Therefore, it is something. It's better than nothing. That's the logic here. That's just one more tree. Come on, get to that tree, and then I can actually build this thing. A truck. Can a truck just show up? Are we going to race this? Is this going to be a path episode? I have no interest in making this a path episode. Beautiful. See? That didn't take very long. All we have to do is kind of place it like this, and then as I said, I don't think we need all of this extraness. Also, I don't think that we need the splitter in the middle. Honestly, that is probably completely unnecessary because we don't actually have to separate anything at this point. I want to store as many veggies as we can, and now that we're using them, that should make life a little easier. And then there's fertilizer that at some point we will probably supply over here as well. That will be exciting. For now, how about we put a fuel storage right next to you, run a pipe of water there and there. Do you want to get your water from the existing pumps, or do you want a special pump for this? I think I would prefer the existing pumps to do the thing that I'm about to do. I don't see anything wrong with that. Go there, around the trees, I suppose. No, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There you go. Yes, we have to manage around these guys just a little bit. That excavator is actually not doing what I would like you to do, which is a little unfortunate because now I have to say, you go there. Cool. So proud of you. You did it. You didn't get stuck behind a pipe that you should have never gotten stuck behind. That's fine. They're good. They have everything kind of set up, and that should produce more food. Wonderful. Next thing, coal. These guys cannot dump anything anywhere because we have way too much sand sitting over here. The dumper has done a wonderful job, as you can see. But, oh, harvester, you're out of trees again. Yes, I kind of took you away from your previous assignment, and now you're like, what do you want me to do, boss? To which I would say, just do all of this. We don't need to see trees right there. Cool. Are you blocking anything from what you want to do here? I don't think so. I think we're fine. If you say so. You may just have to adjust up a little bit. It will be okay. So yeah, water here, food there. Everything kind of gets produced, and over here produced too. We have the store doing their thing, and we are counting now veggies also as food, so this was not completely necessary, but I'm glad I bought the second storage there. So that's good. Coal, we are running out. Slowly, because they're not able to keep up with what's going on here. So unassigned product from the sorter can't do that because there's too much dirt actually happening, and I cannot double sort dirt. What are you gonna do with this? You could dump it in the sea. There's not a big enough hole to dump it in the sea. Also, I don't know if this stacker is supposed to be... Ooh, what? What does this actually mean? Configure the offset of the maximum height of the dumped pile relative to the tip of the stacker. I feel like this is not what I want. I think this is what I want, so it's nice and tall, so it goes as tall as we want it to go. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it would be nice if we had another place like that, but I just don't see one. We can probably go somewhere over here, do the same thing with the dirt. Why don't you do that? Why don't you make the exact same arrangement just with a new thing? You know what? It's probably fine. Lose stacker. Do we have any flat ground anywhere in the area that we could put a conveyor belt behind, or was that the only one that we really had available? Terrain too high. Nobody really believes that. You want to go here? It will do the exact same thing. You will just fill in a couple things. Looks like we got trains. we got trains unlocked, but I have no false ideas of that actually being able to produce anything for us right now. But this one seems to be working the way that I want it to work. Come on, just go. Also go around here. I wouldn't mind if you just stick right next to your friend. I don't care how you run up and down the hill. just get down here. No. Do the other way? What are you complaining about? I don't understand. This should have been just super simple. All I want you to do is make it all the way down here into that. Build this ASAP, build this ASAP, and let it do the thing. That would be super. How did a truck get up here? Look at that guy. Where'd you come from? Yep, yeah. And then all the way around. It got here eventually. That's fine. You think that you're going to break something, but you won't, and now we have enough coal production again. Cool, this was down. That's not good, because the next thing that we want to do actually requires a lot of coal, so we don't want to get rid of that. What are we doing now? I think we did 2 extra excavators here. That should be enough. We have a ton of iron ore actually being produced here. Obviously, we're out of coal right now, but we have a ton of iron ore already being produced in this area. I'm just not convinced that we can tap any of this for the next thing. And the next thing is red construction parts. What are the red construction parts actually about? It's about this. And I don't know if we upgrade to assembly 3 right away. Probably not for a little while, because we need red construction parts. But we need this. We need steel. And to produce steel, we need molten steel, which we get from the oxygen furnace, which takes molten iron, which is over there. And then we need oxygen on top of that, that produces some molten steel and some exhaust, obviously, as usual. Then we can get steel out of this. It looks like this is a 1-to-1 operation, so 1 oxygen furnace to 1 cooled caster, and we're just going to need, you know, 1 of these, because it's the only production that we really can throw in right now. And we're doing iron ore and coal. I don't think that I'm going to do iron scrap. Yes, I know that we have some on the ship. I'm just not sure that there's no guaranteed production of this. There's just consumption. I don't really have... Oh, scrap. This is actually coming. Oh, wow. We will get some iron scrap, and we want to turn it into... No, this is something else. Recyclables. That one we can get. These we actually get from the research lab, which I didn't move over. I can show you. I moved that over here because we can actually use conveyor belts to ship in the research, so I didn't want to use my trucks for that. That feels good. Anyways, copper has to happen here. We need oxygen in the area. I don't want to overbuild this, so I think our steel production will probably start somewhere in this general area, and I think I will point it that direction? No, point it out. Point it out. Okay, we will point it out. Got it. The first things that we need is the things that we actually want here. Logistics-wise, no. We need, this is trains. Everything changed, of course, because why wouldn't it? I need another mine control tower. Just anywhere here is fine. Honestly, you'll probably regret that. It's okay. If you use this as your starting height, dig into the mountain. Just about that much. Looks good. You also have a control tower sitting right here. Is that where you want to put it? Yes. I don't know that we need this one, simply because we don't require all that much sand in the area, so we may as well make this a more efficient and productive environment. So this should be fine. Yeah, get you in there. I don't actually like what I just did here, so can I... No, I can't left click or over click to get all of this removed at once. Why do I not like this? I'll show you. No problem. Let's use this as a starting point, and then I'm going to use F to go down, rotate around, and then go down into the 0, I think. F again to level out. And this is obviously going to be a huge mine operation with how all of this is already set up, and I am totally okay with that. And I just want the excavators to go crazy on this. Let's get a couple more of these. Now, what I don't know is if I will regret running it this way, but I think once that's... no. I probably don't want my mine... Yeah, this is exactly why. No, don't want this. Let's do this 3 and 1. Got a little bit of extra space available there, and I'm going to pull this one back to just concentrate on the sand, because I don't want them to share what they're doing right now. And as you can see, yeah, they're just full of sand, but nothing else. It's not very helpful. So, other mine control tower, you can just pop in right here by the beginning. That's fine. We may lose this conveyor belt at some point because of behaviors that will happen in this area. That's okay. We already have fuel here. That's great. Can we just get this guy organized here? That's okay, and that will ship our iron ore out. Wonderful. 1, 2 excavators, 1, 2, 3, 4 things. What can be dumped here? Notify exposed, import rules, export rules. This is all fine. Just edit the area to something that we actually care about, which is going to be from right there to right here. Beautiful. You're doing it. I'm so proud of you. Excavators here yet? No, not yet. You are... mine controller has no mining designation in its area. That is untrue, sir. What? There's no mining designation in its area. Yes, I do. Oh, I make this a dumping... Gosh! That's painful. Why would I make this a dumping designation? That seems not like something I would do here at all. Okay, try that again. Excavators are already here, so let's make this count. Make this maybe 3 forward, then F goes down. We're gonna go all the way down to, I don't know, at least 0. Then we're gonna go back to F and flip this around, make this nice and big into that side of the mountain and this side of the mountain. And that should keep us busy for quite some time. Great. You are supposed to produce iron ore and then whatever other material comes out of this. What are you bringing? Dirt and rock. Cool. Dirt and rock is what we just decided will come out of this. Great. We could crush some rock over here, but honestly, I'm okay if it also just gets exposed. The iron trucks from the other side are helping here because that's fine. They're just closer to that iron separator over there. But if they want to help on this side, I won't stop them. Cool. So much going on. I love it. What are we going to do now? Water recovery is happening. Great, because the trains are already done. Yep. Ore sorting plant. We can actually upgrade this one. No, what can we do with you? What? Ore sorting plant, large. Red construction pieces. Yeah, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Got it. Okay. So this will feed into something. It will probably help. Will it help me? It really won't help me because all I need is to understand where the iron ore is. The iron ore is going to be right here. It won't necessarily help you, but having a storage actually bleed out from here increases your output potential by a lot. Okay, you're just tripling your conveyor belt connections. That's all I'm going to do with this one. That's okay, and trucks can go behind this. Great. Do the other thing. Okay, the next thing is everything to do with red construction parts, which means we're starting with this one in a little bit. They will really come out here, probably in this area, general area. Get the golden construction parts, and that is good, but we have to do all of the steel parts first. Let's click on the steel, get the first thing. We need a molten steel. Molten steel comes from the oxygen furnace, which also takes iron, so we're going to take that from the blast furnace with this setup. Great. Build. Yes. We're getting 24 out of this. Got it. Excuse me. We're getting 24 molten iron out of this. And then we need to turn it into 2 of these. So 1, 2, 1. Hold on. 1, 2... Really? Did that change? I thought this was different. Of course I'm confusing myself, because otherwise this would be way too simple. What did I say? Molten steel into steel. Yes, but to get molten steel, we need 24 molten iron to turn it into 12 molten steel. Got it. Is there a different one here? Later. Okay. So 24 into 12, but then it's only 1. So 1 oxygen furnace, because we're going to get one of these. So this is a 1-to-1-to-1 creation. Got it. Blast furnace first. Let's just put them in the middle, because I don't know how else we're going to organize this. And you will need coal and iron, so let's give ourselves a little bit of room where you're already sitting. Do you just want to have one of these guys help you? Yeah, sure. Let's have one of this. Get the connections in on this side, because that's already kind of working. Cool. No, that's not what I wanted to copy. I wanted to copy most of this. Great. Let's get this organized. R. Where do you want to start this? Honestly, here's probably when I want to start this, which means I'm going to flip. I'm going to rotate this so the conveyor belts are actually starting in the correct direction. That should help us just a little bit. And iron will just have to split out somewhere, but the coal will come from this side. Actually from this side, because I don't want to encroach too much on this. If I need to produce more, I want to be able to produce more. Okay, that's the first one. Great. There's steam coming out and slag coming out. That is fine. The ratio that I said before was very clearly molten iron. Yes. We're going to produce 24. And the metal caster will take 12 of those. This is why I was confused. And the oxygen furnace will take the 24. So this is just a simple 1-to-1. Build that one. You are getting too zoomed in too close. There's my molten iron. Where do we want it? It honestly doesn't matter because both of them have an output. This is fine. Molten iron, more steam comes out and oxygen needs to come in somewhere. Understood. Okay, do you want to start producing a little bit of molten iron? Yes, because that's the only thing I want you to produce right now. That looks fine. Get a molten channel connection right there. That looks good. How much steam are you producing? 24. How much steam are you producing when you set a recipe? Also 24. So we're at 48. It feels like it's a 1-to-1 type of behavior, but let's triple check that. Also, are there any other connections on that side? No, there are not. Okay. Waste. Smokestack. I can get a bigger smokestack. I'm not sure that I need it because they're really not that expensive. So I may as well just put this one here and you can handle 60 of the exhaust stuff. That's all right. I think this is what I want to do. Put one there. You just run back here and you run forward and there. And that's how we're going to set up this part. Great. And then you feed out. I still need a lot of other things that need to be connected here. I understand that. But give me a minute. This is whatever connector you want, which is this guy. Let's do it just this long because a little bit of room is always a good thing. And then this wants to feed the molten steel into the cooled caster. And the cooled caster, I think, was also the 1-to-1 ratio that we have already going on here. So that's fine. And you want water because you're a cooled caster. Got it. Do you really need as much room as you're giving yourself here? This doesn't feel wrong, but this really doesn't have that much input or output. So I think I just want to keep this exactly where it is without even a caster in there because it is just 1-to-1. Where's my cooled caster? Not maintenance, not this. Smelting, yes. Oxygen furnace, cooled caster right there. And then we can get water. No, we can get not water right there because there's an output for oxygen right there. Okay, so you do need to leave a little bit of room. At that point, just leave 2 spaces of room and you should be okay. Unpause. Great. So you feed that into something, which is right there, which is steel. Cool. What do you want to do with the steel? Honestly, I would like to collect it for now because I don't think that this steel is going anywhere else once it's done. So let's pop that in there. Any other connections that we need to worry about here? No. Now we have steel. Okay, and the steel is the last thing that you needed before you can turn the golden construction pieces into red construction pieces. Got it. What you're gonna do is probably set up a collection like this, very close to it at least. Is it this what you want? Sure. Let's do 4 with that separator at the end. That looks fine. But flip it around. If I do it this way, then conveyors will all go right to left. I don't really want them right to left. I would like them to go the other way. So flip RR. Yeah, and then the storage will go onto that side. That seems okay, but now... No, this is fine. This is all good. All right. Put them somewhere where you can actually manage what you wanted to manage here. This looks good. We don't need this right now. We don't need most of these until I figure out what I want to do with these. And then I want to expand this to the right. Yes, that's what I want. I would also like this to collect the red pieces. R flip with FRR. That looks fine. Get you in here. Now we get our red construction parts all in there. That looks good. Okay, we really only need 2 connectors here, which is actually super helpful. And we are currently out of power. Why is that happening? Go check. Out of water there. Output is full. What's happening? Missing input. No mechanical power, which means you're not doing something, which means why are you not producing? You don't have enough steam. Okay. We are not producing enough power to do whatever you feel like you need to do. All right. Emergency protocol. I don't know how this turned off. Pause, I said. I don't know how this turned off because you need a little bit of power. I'm assuming, no, the boiler doesn't need power, really. You just need coal and water. You don't have coal. Ha. Okay. Yes. Understood. I see what we're doing here. And the separator can't do anything right now because we cannot purchase any coal because you don't have power. Got it. So, power-wise, you need to have a higher priority. Priority work assignment, electricity maintenance. Relatively high because I want to give you power. Good. It is running all of the material that we don't want. That looks good, but obviously all of our conveyor belts are currently without power, so that's not going to do anything exciting. I don't know how we ran out of coal, but we did run out of coal, so now we have to fix it. I'm glad I didn't take forever to figure out that we did run out of coal, but here we are. Okay, power. What do I have for power right now? For power, I have a boiler, different versions of it, and a diesel generator. This is the one that we have to connect to right now because that's the only one we really have access to. I'm going to flip you around and put you underneath this, and we're just going to run two with a very simple pipe that just runs to the first one and then runs to the second one. Okay, build these with however much unity you need. Don't care what it costs. You just need this to work. Excuse me, just go. You too. All right. Build them. Priority-wise, production priority, this one will get a 2 because these are the stuff goes to heck. We need power, produce. Let's see if this works. You're producing some power. Great. The pump is producing some power. That's great. You're still out of coal. Okay. Can we trade with anyone for coal? Yes, I can get fuel for coal. Okay, how much do you want? We did 4. Cost us a little bit of fuel, but as long as we fill up this thing with coal now, which general priority for workers assignment, that is the highest. We need this one super high, priority there also super high. And we don't have to import here if we have some coal sitting around. Is anyone bringing coal? Anyone at all? Any takers? Just a little bit of coal, please and thank you. Otherwise, we're pretty much dead in the water. Do we need to do something with you? No. Do we need to do something with you? No. Where's this coal that I just purchased? Yes, it just appeared somewhere, but I don't know where it has gone. There we go. He's dropping off a little bit of coal, so our boiler can turn back on, which means our power should turn back on, which means everything else should turn back on as well. We need a bigger coal backup on this thing. Got it. We do have an assigned truck even for this thing. It's just not... There was no coal to bring. All right. That makes some sense, I suppose. But you guys need to work a little faster. Also, this is now turning into just coal, which makes me think it is time to readjust all of this. Give me a minute so it doesn't complain too much. But we take this as the leveling piece, and we're just going to go down to some level. I don't know how low coal is going to go. F to level out, and we're going to go into that mountain. We're going to go over here where we already have a bunch of coal. Coal gotten out of the ground, and probably this. Yeah, I'm making this really big, but I'm also kind of preparing for the larger vehicles that we're going to get in just a minute. Cool. Let the excavator do their thing. And I hope we're just going to get a lot of coal out of this. Wonderful. So they're doing what they're doing. We do have enough power now, so I think I can turn this off and say we are good to continue our little build that we had going on over here. You want some water. Okay. You're already having the thing that you wanted to get in here. That's nice. There's some coal that we could connect to over here, but as you probably know, that coal is probably already overused in a lot of places, so I don't think that we can get there. Go away, fly. Okay. Back to this. Iron. Yes. Iron transport. U-shaped conveyor. Thank you very much. I want you to go in there. In there, actually. And then the bottom one is always going to be our iron production, and the top one is always going to be our coal production. Easy enough. Are you just gonna get your coal storage over here somewhere in the area? I don't see why not. Hopefully I can deliver this by train relatively soon, but this should work. Transport you conveyor. Yes, you come up here. Just like, well, not like so. Okay, if that is what you're gonna do, then we're just gonna use this as a connector and everything should be fine. They're nice and connected. Good. Let's expand this so it will be easier to make a copy of this. Yes. And then I think we have everything that we need for the first one to kind of automate itself. Yes, we need coal for this one, which we were already out, kind of, for a second. I hope that we have some coal stored in here now. We do, but not as much as I would like to see, but that's okay. Okay, what else? This one is currently producing golden construction pieces, which is not what we want. So set recipe not to this. Instead, all of these need to be upgraded, which means no recipe for you. No recipe for you because the red construction pieces cannot be done in level 1s. They have to go to level 2. So upgrade, 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 upgrade. Also empty out all of these right away, please and thank you. Cool. So that's going in there. With that in mind, let's get your flat conveyors integrated. And I think we're going to do the same that we already did in a bunch of other places. I don't expect there to be a need to split anything out here for the iron, but we could split it out into a storage out here on this side if we really wanted to. I don't hate that idea. I don't see anything else actually going in there. So let's throw in a quick storage. That's just for steel if it wants to show up there, and then we should be fine. Yes, I know that you don't have a recipe selected, but I do need you all to upgrade, please. And wait a second. Oh, never mind. I don't need you to upgrade to level 3. I just need you to upgrade to level 2. No, no, clear buffers, no thank you, and you're also good. Recipe now, red construction pieces, yes, yes, yes. Don't worry, I'll do the math here in just a second. it's coming. But what we need is the golden construction pieces to come in, and they would come in through this pipe. Okay, that's the part that I didn't do just yet. But this should be relatively simple because that's what this one is assigned for. And that's easy enough. And then for vehicles, I just need a quick vehicle ramp. Level crossing. Ooh, those look nice. This is literally just gonna run over this. I don't know that we need anything fancy for that, but I wanted to keep the conveyor belt on the ground. For reasons. Your storage is going to turn into red. And then we're gonna copy all of that. You turn all of this and all of this into the same stuff, and obviously this one is still kind of full, but someone's going to empty that in just a second. Don't you worry. Okay, production-wise, we still need oxygen. No, we still need oxygen to be produced here. Okay, what do we have to make oxygen? We can make oxygen from an air separator, and that is it. Great. What are we doing with nitrogen when we're done with it? We are putting it in the smokestack for the time being, but it has to be the large one. Got it. Build the air separator. Before we can really build this effectively and efficiently, and as you can see, this one can literally just stand by itself. What is the recipe? The recipe is 36 units of air being produced. Okay, we need, not there, but here, 18 units. So one of these is enough for 2 of those, which pause, undo what I just did, because that means this one is the limiting factor for these guys, and should be built into the production of what these guys want to actually produce. And now I'm thinking, you're actually on the wrong side, because it would make much more sense if this one just sits in the middle, produces the oxygen that we want, but just stays in between those. So, okay. If we just play this out, and I probably just have to replace the thing that I already built here, the section that I have. Do this. You already kind of know what you want now. Let's finish what you need. Where can you store oxygen? Just curious. Fluid storage can store oxygen. That's good. especially if we have bursts of oxygen needs for this thing. But really, in reality, I want these to pretty much just run at 100% most of the time, and then we'll be good. We need 6 units of water there, which really just means we need a fluid storage, and 1 pipe can handle 10 of these, which means we will end up with 5 full production lines. I am pretty okay with that. Let's get this all set up. I think we can do it. Wow, we're already late. It's fine. Slag. You haven't done slag yet. Okay. Like before, slag should be on the opposite side of where you want to end up with stuff. So if you would say that this is where you want to have your slag line running. Haha, haha, it wasn't meant to be a pun, but it kind of turned out to be a pun anyways. Run your slag line right there. That's fine. And then run it here just so we have the right width. Turn this one around because you're definitely wrong right now. You need to run over here, and then we're just going to have a loose storage sitting at the bottom of this. Great. That's where slag goes. What are we going to do with it? Don't know, but it's all collected into one central location. That's what we need. You don't really have a good access to this unless you drive behind this. Honestly, that's not terrible. Could be worse. All right, we'll figure it out. So you go in there. We do want water on this one, and that's what we're going to get from there. That looks good. Make you half full. Sure, that should work for now. Do we have some coal in here yet? No, no coal was delivered, but someone can deliver it at some point. And then, do you need all the space that you have here? Yes, turns out this spacing was appropriate. Okay. With that in mind, let's take this whole shebang and make a double copy out of it. Turn on blueprint mode, which is B, so these don't get built right away. Gives me a second to actually adjust. And we know that the oxygen is on that side. Okay, so flip this over, get a connection like we have here. That looks good. I'm gonna press the shift button. I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of, no, should I leave room? Yeah, probably. FRR. That's fine. I'm gonna plop you right here, but this is not where I'm gonna build it because I still need the oxygen producer, which is not in buildings, not here, not there. Production, kind of, maintenance, copper, iron, caster, mixer, air separator. Hey, I found it. Haha. Surprised by myself, that's all. Don't be scared. I'm just a little surprised. Where are we gonna plop this? You have 2 options here, really. Also, you need water there anyways. You could plop this one right here. This is probably honestly the best place for it. Space-wise. Okay, that's where we're gonna plop it. I have decided. Bebo Joe has spoken, therefore that's where we're gonna put it. We could probably let's remanage this one. Delete the storage. Delete this storage. Add the storage back in. You cannot get further away from that action. Okay. I don't like how this looks. I think there's a better way to make this work. So let's try to make it work. If I plop you there, then copy this whole thing that's now a little short and has just 1 storage unit like that. Plopping in there. We need water and we need oxygen. How much oxygen do we actually need and produced here at the same time? That's the problem. These guys need 18. And even, oh, actually, if I use the large pipes, we could use, where's my microphone so far away? If I use the large pipes, we could get 200 units of stuff moved, which is effectively enough for then 10 of these units, which is already something that I was planning on, which then just translates to we need 5 separators and have a little bit extra in the tank. I don't hate that idea, so that's what we're gonna do. Oxygen separator, air separator, that's what it's called. Okay, thank you. We're gonna plop you over here, and you're just going to produce what you can. R, gosh, no, I didn't mean R there. Yes, this one is good. C to copy these. Can actually, I wonder if I can put a little bit of storage in between there. Do you need storage in between here? I don't think I really do. But what you could do is just connect both of them to the same tank, and then it kind of would work. I'm not sure that that's really worth considering here or even doing anything about. So honestly, what we're going to do is just connect all these guys to the same thing. Got it. We have, what did we say? 36 units of oxygen coming out of one, which means we need to remove one of these. That is 5 units. That is enough for 10 oxygen thingamabobs over here. 36 is what we said. Yes, that means if you want to move 60, yeah, you effectively need a large pipe for everything, and a large pipe can connect a lot of things. So here's what we're going to do. The large pipe goes all the way out here. Okay, that will connect. Hold on, you did it wrong. Because a large pipe, if we have 30 each, and that is, well, it's 38, right? 36. 72, 144. Oh no, the large pipe would totally work here. Large pipe goes to the end, and you guys just feed into the oxygen pipe like this. And then we should be able to collect all of the oxygen that we want. What are we going to do with the nitrogen? For now, exactly the same thing. I don't know what we need to do with the nitrogen, but it has to go somewhere. And I will probably just store it here and then burn it for the time being. Simply because I don't have any other needs for it at this stage. Hope that makes sense. Do you produce the same amount? Yes, it's 1 to 1. Okay, so same thing happens here. You would just come all the way over there. And then the small pipe will do the rest in between. Cool, that's oxygen. You connected something wrong. Got it, you're right. Sure, that may be a little short, but we'll be okay. Oxygen there. And this one should be nitrogen, or whatever the other one is. Yeah, it is nitrogen. Great. So that comes in here, and then for now, we probably have to get rid of the nitrogen because we have nothing else to do. Ooh, we have nothing else to do with it, and I'm okay with that. Great. So get rid of those things. That looks fine, and now we just have oxygen kind of set up over here. Obviously, this thing is not going to get built the way that it's currently structured, and I'm okay with that. We didn't copy stuff down here. Okay. You need to stay on level 2 for quite some time, but honestly, not really, because all we really need here is to get you out to the edge of what this thing is having. Okay. Then we need to, what do I do? Coal on top, and then I can copy this in just a second. And this one is iron. It will go Q, will let us go down to there, and Q down to here, which means this conveyor belt has to be bigger because we already know that this is not able to handle more than 3. Also, you're complaining. You're complaining too much. Let's see, loose U-shaped conveyor. We're going to handle 3 per per iron. Coal can do 6. Maybe 6 is the max that you want to supply here. Maybe it is. I don't know, but here's 3 for right now. We're gonna get rid of a couple of... Come on. That one and that one. Thank you. We're gonna get rid of those, and then U-shaped conveyor continues over here. And just... Hold on. That one and this one. Great. So that can give us the connections that we need. Kind of. Not quite, but kind of. That will work. This is the correct conveyor, so congratulations on that, and that one can actually connect to the thing. Cool. What are you going to do? Just copy all of this, or do you want to copy the middle one too? Well, we don't have the oxygen pipes connected yet, so we can't really move on. Well, oxygen comes from here, obviously, and the way that we're going to... Water is not connected yet either. Got it. You would come from this side. Oh gosh, this is the first one. Okay, let's do this. How much water do you need? 60. Okay, so I just need a small pipe. Great. You go there, you go there, you would go here. And if I do that, we're going to have problems getting the oxygen connected to the right things. Let's see what happens here. Because if it's tight, it's fine. That doesn't mean we're going to get everything that we want out of this. Yeah, this is not quite what I had in mind when I wanted to build this, but I think it will still work as long as that... No, that pipe is not on the right height, so I have to move this one. What is your oxygen pipe height? It is a level 3... Well, it's a level 2. Okay, level 2 for you, and then how are you going to do the water? This is not going to work. I don't like how this is currently shaping up to come out of this. So let's do something a little different. Can I do a pipe? Not that way, but you can do this pipe like so. Okay, you can even jump over that. Okay, but then you're not going to get this thing. Okay, we have the effectively same problem here. These two pipes have to be next to each other. Then this pipe just has nowhere to go. Okay, think I have an idea. These water pipes just have to run on top of each other, and then we have all the space that we need to do all the different levelings. So if we say that you always run on level 1, then it should be relatively simple to get this connection down here once we need it. And hold on, let me just do my thing. And this one runs on level 2. R to disconnect this and see if we can get up here. Yes, this one will run on level 2 like so. We're gonna finish that in just a second. Now we'll see if I can actually get the thing that I thought I could get, where I have it. You can get here. Great. Hold on. I don't know that I have what I wanted yet. I may have to do something a little different. E to get on level 1, you have to run through this whole intersection. Same with level 2 here. You have to run through this whole intersection too. And now we're going to connect this guy to... You can connect into there. Is that where you want to connect to? I don't think we have a real choice, so we could connect there. And I know that this is a little more ugly than I probably wanted it to be, but it gives me the thing that I needed. And the top level can... Oh! Ooh, hold on. I think we have an option. Instead of going all the way out there, I can just go... No, not there, but there. I call that pretty. Ha ha! It worked. I did it. I'm actually happy about that. I mean, you can probably hear that, but that should be fine. And then down here, they just need the initial connections, which should be pretty simple. What did we say? The bottom is oxygen. So the bottom goes there. The top is water, and it will just feed right into there. Don't really care that it connects to the other things prettily. That should be okay. Great. Now we have this one. I need 5 of them, please. Got it. Do you want to build this? Sure. We can unpause this whole thing. Build. 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 And we're probably going to take down the this one down the road. Hold on. Okay, you're going to build all of this. That's a straight line. That looks good. And then make sure that all of them kind of connect. They do kind of connect. And there is 2, 3. You can also undo the pause mode. What was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the max we will ever need here. And I'm actually doing something silly because I don't think I need to build all of the stuff out here yet, but I do want to build the first handful of these to see what happens. And then this can probably just get destroyed because it's not looking pretty. Yep, that's why stuff gets destroyed nowadays. Okay. Hold on. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Definitely don't want that. No. The rest can all stay. I think we've already done, almost done it. Not already, but almost. That one goes there. That one goes here. If we have production issues, as in transporting all the stuff away from the storages, we now have the ability to get bigger machines that should make this all possible. So I'm not sure that I have to worry about that. But you can go away. This one goes away. This one goes away. That pipe has what it needs. You guys are all connected to the things that you want. This pipe goes away. And I think this one goes and this one goes. I'm hoping I'm covering everything that we need here. Not enough fuel to refuel a vehicle. What? Where? There's like 600 tons of fuel sitting around. Why is there a problem? You, get out of here. Recover you. Silly thing. We could probably plop a bridge over here. No, there's too many low ends of those guys. That's fine. Coal, yeah, we can handle coal a little differently if that is something that we wanted to do. Not terribly worried about that yet. Smokestack is doing what they're supposed to do with the air. That feels good. Blue is nitrogen, red is air. Makes perfect sense. This one's connected the way that I needed to. You look at these idiots. Stop getting stuck. No. Get out of here. You. Out. Great, you're doing it. Glassmaking is done. Research Lab 02 is coming up. Okay. This is what we wanted. It is doing what we needed. Currently, this conveyor belt is looking the wrong way. Nobody should be surprised by that. Also, the other conveyor belt is not actually connected to the thing that we wanted to connect to, so no, delete that. Probably delete this as well. And obviously delete that. And, well, this one we probably will never need, so get rid of those pieces. If you want to build that, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you because at some point I'm needing it. You go in, and then we're good on those. You all are connected to the correct conveyor belts on that side. That is great. This one, I think, is looking the wrong direction. You are not actually connected. Building a factory is difficult. I'm glad I'm not a factory engineer, just a software engineer. But this should do all the things that I wanted to do now. Would you mind just building this really quick? Thank you very much. So everything can continue in the right direction. There you go there, you split out where you're supposed to, you go here, you split out where you're supposed to. That guy is still looking the wrong way, which means you are probably looking the wrong way. I don't know. Figure it out. You'll be all right. Steel is going into the right direction. That's great. Steel is doing its thing. These guys are producing something. Are you complaining? Waiting for products. You're not having enough iron. Okay, output is full. Slag is full? No. Oh, slag is here. Okay, got it. Empty. Empty all of that, please and thank you. And also this one needs more coal. You need more coal, just in general. How long is this episode? Way too long. You are currently not producing enough of any of the things that I wanted you to produce. What is the problem though? We have enough excavators doing all coal production here, but it appears that they are not really able to keep up with all the things that I need from them. Which I'm not entirely surprised by. We do need a ton of coal currently to make anything happen. And we don't fill this up more. I don't like what this is doing. Even give it a second truck to hopefully never run out of coal again on our boilers. Yes, there are more boiler technologies that I could use at this point, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. I do need more coal here if I want to do more iron. How many red construction parts do we have? Some. That's great. All right. How many do we actually have? Like 90? And a little bit of steel sitting next door. Somehow... Oh, you're the wrong way. Got it. Yeah. I don't mind filling this up because at some point we will need that raw resource. And as you can see, it's just splitting at 50-50 right there, which is good enough. These guys are producing. These are producing, but we are consuming so much coal. Oh my goodness. Definitely something that we have to look into. At least food is doing fine. We are almost out of living space, but that's not really a problem because we can now utilize the space that we have here, which we didn't have earlier, so that's good. And there's still a lot of room that we can expand the city for. All of those are good things. I still cannot get this one anywhere because we are too full on all of our things. I would like some iron scrap to actually be burned down. Wouldn't mind that. Would you mind expanding your recipe to also include iron scrap? And you do the same thing, just for a little while, so we can get rid of those iron scrap pieces, if that's not too much to ask. Great. Lots of research got done. I haven't even looked at all of that, but obviously this was already a way too drawn out episode, which I hope you appreciated. And I am very surprised by how okay things are at the current time. I would have expected that I have a lot more issues than what we're seeing right now. I would actually not mind if all of these get upgraded really quick to the next level of assemblies, because I don't really want to increase numbers here. Currently, what do we have? 12, 8, and 4. I should probably increase all of these to the next level as well. So what we're going to do is just run these through, upgrade, yep, absolutely, and then upgrade these as well. Why? Because I do not want to worry about throughput here. I much rather see the conveyor belts all empty and increase everything a different way than what is going on right now. I probably just made a mistake. Just to be clear, I'm pretty sure I just made a mistake by upgrading all of those guys, but I think we're okay, at least for the time being. There's no way for water to get here, is there? Nope. Okay, I think there will be a way for water to get there if you just put your fluid storage over here. There's no water in there really to speak of, so I think it's pretty safe if you just want to take this one down. There you go. Probably have to remove this without a truck for the time being. Turn this one around. Why don't you? Good idea. And then say RR to rotate this to get the pipe connection of your dreams. Great. You will have water. Cool. And you will have just a pipe. Awesome sauce. I'm expecting trucks to be able to reach this thing. Can you actually fill this up like halfway? That would be great. Any truck trying to get here? I don't see any red lines, so I think there is a chance that something is happening here. Is this the potential? Like the little green lines? That'd be nice. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Are we out of main construction parts? No, we're not, but we are pretty busy, which is also always a cool thing. And these guys are currently busy anyways because... Wait a second. Do we really not have gold construction parts left over? Interesting. We chewed for... Oh, because we just upgraded 100 things. Yeah, let this run for a couple minutes so we can actually figure that out. Also, we are low on workers. I don't think we need workers on all of these right now. So how about pause, 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 which also means all of this can pause because they can't really produce anything without production on the other side. And then we should be good, at least on workers, until we have more. Super. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. Short episode. Maybe. I'll try. We'll see what happens. Bye-bye.